We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
A very good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you will watch this video. So today our topic is derivation of Mayer's formula. So over here I will write Mayer's formula, and Mayer's formula is what? It is your Cp minus Cv is equal to R. So we will prove that Cp minus Cv equals to R. So today's topic is prove that Cp minus Cv equals to R, which is also known as relationship between Cv, Cp and R, which is also known as Mayer's formula. In which Cp is what? It is your specific heat at constant pressure, that is your specific heat at constant volume, and that is your universal gas constant R. Now specific heat means what? First of all, that it is the amount of the heat which is required to increase 1 degree centigrade temperature of a unit mass. As for example, supposing you have 1 unit mass, supposing you have a water, and if you will increase its temperature from 27 degrees centigrade to 28 degrees centigrade, that means you are increasing its 1 degree temperature. That means whatever heat that you have applied to increase the temperature of water up to 1 degree centigrade, so that heat is known as specific heat. And specific heat at constant pressure means what? By keeping the pressure of the substance as constant. And specific heat at constant volume means what? Once again, it is the amount of the heat which is required to increase 1 degree centigrade temperature of a unit mass by keeping the volume as constant. So that is all about Cp and Cv. And R, so you know very well that universal gas constant whose value is 8.314 joule per mole Kelvin. Achha. Now, how we will derive this equation? So over here, first of all, we will say one statement, and that statement you will convert in form of equation. So statement is what? That whenever that heat is applied at a constant pressure process, so that heat is utilized, or that heat is used for 2 purposes. First of all, what I am saying, when heat is supplied at a constant pressure process, that means some heat is there, that heat you are supplying at a constant pressure process. At that time, that heat is utilized, or that heat is converted, or that heat is used for 2 purposes. First purpose is what? That with the help of that heat that you are applying at a constant pressure process, with the help of the heat, number 1, you will get the work done, and number 2, what happened? Change in internal energy will be produced. So whatever heat that is applied at a constant pressure process, so now that is a process and heat is applied at a constant pressure process. So Q suffix P can I write? Heat is applied at a constant pressure, but process means D. As I told you, supposing point 1, point 2, supposing over here some amount of heat is there Q1, over here some amount of heat is there Q2. So what we will see? That at point amount of heat is Q1, but in process 1 to 2 amount of heat is what? Heat at point number 2 minus heat at point number 1, so which is equals to dQ. So that is why what we are saying, the amount of the heat which is applied or supplied at a constant pressure process means D, at a constant pressure means P is constant, at a constant pressure process, then that heat is utilized or is used for 2 purposes. First purpose is what? You will get the work done. Next purpose is what? Change in internal energy. So change in internal energy means U. Change in internal energy means dU. That means on point number 1, some internal energy is there which is U1. On point number 2, some internal energy is there which is U2. Change in internal energy will be what? U2 minus U1, which is dU. So clear up to that? So actually one statement you have to remember, that is one type of assumption you can say. So that assumption is what? Statement is what? That that heat is applied at constant pressure. Pressure is constant. At constant pressure, process. D means process. Q2 minus Q1. At that time, that heat that you are applying at constant pressure process is utilized for two purposes. First purpose is what? Work will be done. And second purpose is what? Internal energy will be changed. Now, if I want to explain with the help of one example, supposing one pressure cooker is there and two pressure cooker, that pressure cooker you are putting on a burner. That means two pressure cooker you are supplying some heat and that heat you are applying to pressure cooker at a constant pressure process. That means when whistle will blow, supposing that pressure cooker consists of 5 bar. When inside of the pressure cooker, pressure will be 6 bar. So what's happened? Whistle will blow. So extra pressure will be rejected or extra steam will be rejected. So that pressure will be as it is. That means in a pressure cooker, constant pressure process is there. Actually, pressure cooker constant pressure process is not that. It is a constant volume process. But that is for your understanding. So just example that in a pressure cooker you are putting on a burner. That means in pressure cooker pressure remains constant. Suppose. That means two pressure cooker you are supplying the heat at a constant pressure process. So what's happened? With the help of pressure cooker, whatever steam is there, that steam if you will impart on the rotor of the turbine, so what's happened? Work can be produced, number one. And another thing is what? Internal energy may change. Why? Because internal energy is depending on temperature. And as heat is increasing or decreasing, internal energy is also increasing or decreasing as per the temperature change. So clear about this statement? After that what we will do, that heat which is supplied at a constant pressure process, that heat equation you know very well. Heat equation is what? Kaun bolega? Q is equals to what? M C delta T. Where C is the specific heat, it has two types. First one is Cp, another one is Cv. So which equation you have to write? mCv delta T or mCp delta T. So I will say that mCp delta T. So I will write mCp delta T. Over here I am not writing Cv delta T. Why? Because that heat is applied at a constant pressure process. That is why I am considering specific heat at constant pressure process. After that what we will do? Work done. Now you know very well work done by any process is what? PdV or P delta V. Anything you can write over here instead of delta T. Like that also you can represent mCp delta T or dt. Over here PdV, work done by any process, plus change in internal energy, that you know very well that it is neither heat nor work, but it is one type of stored energy. So it will be a mCv dt or delta T. Anything you can write. After that I will write mCp. Now delta T means what? Final temperature minus initial temperature, because you are increasing the temperature. So that is why finally whatever temperature is there, that is higher than the initial. So that is why we are saying that heat is supplied at a constant pressure process. Temperature will change, which is equals to P. Now dV, final volume minus initial volume. When initially if you apply the heat to the water, so initially its volume is less, but when heat is increasing, it will convert into a vapor. That means volume of the vapor is increasing, so final volume is higher than the lower volume. So that positive answer you will get P, V2 minus V1, plus M CV, that is what? DT. DT means once again T2 minus T1. That thing I will rub. Not necessary. Now after that what we can see? In this equation we will find out the value of P V2 minus V1, and whatever value will come, that value we will insert over here. How? That over here I will find the value of P V2 minus V1. How? By using the universal gas constant with ideal gas equation. So ideal gas equation is what? PV equals to mRT. Now as it is a process, which process? Constant pressure process. That means suppose I will draw its PV diagram, that is your constant pressure process 1, 2, 2. So on point number 1, whatever pressure is there, that will be on point number 2. So I can write P1 is equals to P2 is equals to P. I can write like this. Okay, whatever pressure is there, that pressure on point 1 as well as on point 2 is constant. So P2 equals to P1 equals to P. So that is why on point number 1, pressure will be P. On point number 1, volume will be V1. Over here volume is V1. So V1 is equal to M and R are constant, and temperature is initial temperature T1. Suppose equation number 1. Now same that ideal gas equation I will apply for second point. For second point, pressure is what? P. Volume is what over here? Some volume is there, V2 volume, M and R are constant, and that is your temperature. Suppose equation number 2. Now which value we want? We want the value of PV2 minus V1. So over here PV2 minus VV1. So what we can do? We will deduct equation 1 from 2. So 2 minus 1 if I will do. So what's happened over here? What happened? That 2 minus 1. So that is 2 PV2 minus 1 is what? PV1, which is equals to 2 minus 1. So that is your MRT2 minus 1 is what? MRT1. After that, what we will do? We will take P as common. So I will say P is common. Remaining is V2 minus V1, which is equals to, from this term, we will take common as MR. So MR will be common. Remaining is what? T2 minus T1. Now we are getting the value of what? PV2 minus V1. So over here PV2 minus V1 is what? It is your MRT2 minus T1. So we'll put the value of PV2 minus V1 as MRT2 minus T1 in this equation. So how we can write? So MCP T2 minus T1 which is equals to PV2 minus V1 is what? That we have derived its value with the help of that ideal gas equation, MRT2 minus T1 plus MCV T2 minus T1. After that, what we can do? We will say M. Then can I write like this? M T2 minus T1 into Cp. I am simply interchanging the term that we can do. Achha. Over here on the right hand side, I will take common as which term? M. Over here common. So I will write M. Another thing is T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 I will take common. So M T2 minus T1. Now remaining is what? Remaining over here, remaining is R, and over here plus CV. So that much terms are remaining. So if you will concentrate on the left hand side, MCV, MT2 minus T1 and MT2 minus T1, that both will get cancelled. So remaining will be what? It will be your CP, which is equals to MM cancel, T2 minus T1 cancel, remaining is R plus CV. So now I will write CP, that CV I will put over here. So negative sign CP minus CV equals to R. So that is also known as Mayer's relation or Mayer's formula, or relationship between three quantities CP, CV and R. So I will end my video over here. I hope you understood that derivation, Mayer's formula. Thank you very much. Till then, read hard, work hard.